What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be reviewing some of your teams that you guys have sent in across on my Twitter. I put a tweet out a few days ago asking for people to send through their teams and their MT amount. I'll be giving a little review. I don't like being critical of people because people have different play styles, and I'm not the best player in the world, so I'm not probably the top person to get feedback off. However, I do have a decent understanding of MyTeam and how cards can work and how systems can work and how people play online and offline and stuff like that. So we'll jump across to Twitter though. We'll have a look at some of these teams. I think we might have one of the best teams possible in 2K22 MyTeam this year. Alrighty, here is the first team sent in by Rensboy. Now, he does use, there's one very interesting card he's starting lineup, and that is Mr. Stefan Marberry. Now, actually, Fenton over on the right hand side of the screen did ask me about Marberry and wondering why he uses his primetime card. He said he's goaded for him for some reason, and he's able to green with him. Now, that's perfect because point guards this year are very, very individualized, and they it doesn't really matter. Like, point guards are the most important role, but they're important to how you play. So some people love Kyrie Irving, some people hate Kyrie Irving, some people love Isaiah Thomas. Actually, majority of people love Isaiah Thomas, but you know what I mean. There's different cards like Fred VanVleet. Some people love that card, but some people hate him. It's very, very styled to how you play, and if Stefan Marberry works, then that's completely fine for Rensboy. James Harden with the increased defense is very, very nice, especially as a second ball handler. Kawhi, if you use Kawhi at any point of the year, he's going to be very, very good. So that Kawhi is an absolute lock-in for the small forward position. Anthony Davis at the 4. I do love Anthony Davis. If you guys know, I was able to give one away, and I've had the chance to use him. So he's a very, very nice card to have. Very strong on defense, very strong down low, and can shoot consistently, which is very well. And by far, not by far, but arguably one of the best centers in the game. If in the right hands, Josh Smith is one of the best centers in the game. With Hoff Pogo, this dude is incredible. Like, I'm going to be buying him shortly for my MyTeam Squad for the qualifiers on Sunday, whenever they are. If you're interested in watching me play the 250k qualifiers, I will be streaming them 4 AM till 8 AM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, so that's going to be a very interesting time commitment there. However, yeah, Josh Smith, very, very nice card. In the right hands, he can stop literally every card down low in the game, so I highly recommend him. So that's starting lineup. If Stefan Marberry works for you, he's perfect. Now on the bench, as I was saying before, Kyrie Irving, love him. Gary Harris is a very underrated card. He's a budget card, but he's very nice on a lot of main squads. ML Carr, absolute fantastic lockdown player. I love him. He's new to my squad as well. I've used that Blake Griffin. He is amazing. He plays like a diamond. I absolutely love him. He can shoot consistently. I'm pretty sure, I know that the signature, like the signed version, has Hoff takeoff from memory, but this one has it on a lower tier, I'm pretty sure, and he's absolutely fantastic with the Blake Griffin dunk, so I'm a big fan of him. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't like Cat at all. He's one of my least favorite centers in the game. I know a lot of people won't agree with that. I mean, that's just my point of view on him. I don't like Cat at all. I would choose anyone over him. But look, if it works for Rensboy, it works for Rensboy. Now, off the bat, obviously, Ron Harper, Stefan Marberry, Rick Smith. We don't talk about them, but they're obviously very nice to have as those backup 11 and 13. Overall, a really, really nice team. For this time of year, I'd probably give it an 8 or a 9. And that, like, obviously, I would honestly start Josh Smith over Anthony. Oh, maybe not over Anthony Davis, but Josh Smith is worthy of being one of the top 3 centers, I think, at the moment in the entirety of my team. Alrighty, here is Zeddery's squad here. I've had to move across the screen a little bit. He's got Kyrie Irving, Mitch Richmond, ML Carr, Glenn Robertson, and Wilt Chamberlain as his starting lineup. You can't get much better than that. Honestly, you can't get much better than that. The Wilt Chamberlain situation, the Wilt Chamberlain conversation really comes down to how you like to play. If people are able to stop the pick and roll, it's very, very hard, but like, Wilt is such a dominant force down low, like the Hoff post-spent ignition. A lot of these badges that help Wilt out a lot are very, very important, and that's why he can dominate so well down low. But if you come up against someone with a Dikembe, even a Josh Smith, I'm telling you right now, Josh Smith, I'm so high on this card, he can stop Wilt. We've seen even Wendell Carter Jr., he can stop Wilt at some instances if you know how to use him properly. But it comes down to, if you like that pick and roll scenario, getting Kyrie Irving open, not having the pop and have the roll instead, that's completely fine. And this is a very nice starting lineup. It's one of the best starting lineups you can possibly have at the moment. Now off the bench, James Silas, he has James Harden, Gus Gerard, Dennis Rodman, and Serge Ibaka. They's fantastic. Dennis Rodman, if you can get used to his jump shot, is really nice. I haven't used it personally. I've seen it. It looks absolutely disgusting and shocking, but if you can green it and can time it, he has an 87 3-ball from memory, so it is there. He can shoot with it, and it is very nice. Serge Ibaka, obviously a very, very nice stretch center in this game. Gus Gerard, he's lights out. If you can get open with this guy, he's lights out. Obviously that Harden we know. I haven't used a Silas. I'm pretty sure that's how to pronounce his name. I haven't used that point guard before, so I don't really have an opinion on him, but overall, it's probably, once again, an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I'll give this a 9 out of 10 because of how good the starting lineup is, so 9 out of 10 for Zedru. Alright, and here we have the 2K Kiwi. You guys would know this guy from my Carmelo Anthony gameplay. He was kind enough to let me borrow his account for that video. He has Ron Boone, Mitch Richmond, Carmelo Anthony, Dennis Rodman, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Off the bench, he has, I can't even tell who that is. Oh, he has Brown, he has Cooper, he has Pippen, Smith, and Blake Griffin, and then Serge, Dort, and Beverly. This is a very, very defensive team. Like, that Kareem is unbelievably good. If you've used Kareem, if you have Kareem, you know how good it is. Melo is one of the best cards in the game, probably the best card in the game. Obviously, being 96 overall, he's going to be like that, but he is a fantastic card to have. The Ron Boone in the right hands, obviously probably not as shifty as Kyrie. Very nice though. I do like him quite a bit. Dennis Rodman, I've said previously, very, very nice. If you can time his jump shot perfectly. The Scotty off the bench, I haven't used that Scotty Pippen. I've played against him. He, in the right hands, I keep saying that, but in the right hands, he can green very, very well. I like him a lot. Josh Smith, very high on him. I'm not sure how he runs his, I think he might run it Blake at center, or maybe Serge. I'm not sure who he runs at center. I'm guessing it's Blake in the ordering of like 5 to 10. So Blake Griffin at center, maybe lacking a bit of interior. Like if you come up against a Wilt off someone's bench and he comes up against Blake Griffin, Blake is going to potentially struggle to stop him, at least from what I've experienced. And Lou Dort off the bench, like Lou and Cooper, Michael Cooper, those two at the shooting guard position would be so hard to get past for an opponent. Like those two cards can clamp anyone, especially with Mitch Richmond as well. Like this is a very, very good defensive guard team, even with Kareem inside. Like if there's a small chance that their guards get past, Kareem's going to be down there and he's going to be blocking everything. So really, really love this team. For right now, honestly, this is a 10 out of 10 team. For this right now, at this point in the season, he's got Melo, he's gone and done that. He's got Kareem, he's done that. Mitch Richmond, Ron Boone, he's got all the players that he needs to make a fantastic team. And if you guys want to see me play with this team, head across to that Carmelo Anthony video. I did a full gameplay, full 2 unlimited games on it, and sweated against some guys online. So yeah, really love this team. 10 out of 10 for 2K Kiwi. Alrighty, here is Spooner. He has a no money spent account. He has 187,000 MT. By the way, 2K Kiwi had 1 million VC just left over. Like he had Kareem, he has Melo, he has all these cards, and he has 1 million VC left over. That is just insane. Now this is Spooner. He is completely no money spent. He has that Terrence Ross, holographic Terrence Ross, very, very nice. This is a very, very nice team as well. So he's got Kyrie, he's got Mitch, Terrence Ross holographic, Gus Gerard, and Serge Ibaka. I love that lineup. Serge is very, very nice. Now off the bench, he's got Dampier, he's got Griffith, who's a fantastic card as well. That Wiggins is very nice. He can get some very nice dunk animations. Darius Miles, the only downside of that card, his jump shot in my opinion is a bit slow. And Mitch Richmond, Mitchell Robertson I should say, who, it depends. He's kind of like that Wilt situation where if someone can stop the pick and roll, you're kind of in a bit of a fumble because Mitch obviously isn't as high as a lot of those interior cards like your Kareems and your Wilts, but he's still a very, very nice option inside. He can score over those cards, don't get me wrong. 7'1", fantastic interior, offensive stats and defensive stats, but it really comes down to if your opponent can stop your interior pick and roll, he can stop you. If he just sits off on his center and stops that Mitch Robinson inside, it's going to be very, very hard for you to score unless you're a dribble guard with Dampier. So it comes down to that. That is your decision though. And then look, Serge, like the starting lineup is fantastic. Obviously Terrence Ross you'd have there for a bit of a flex. I wouldn't personally play him there, but having a bit of a flex as a holographic card is very, very nice. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Very, very nice Spooner. Love this lineup though, mate. I'd save your MT until next season. Keep grinding unlimited. Keep grinding TTO. Get that. If you want to get that Wilt, go get that Wilt. Get TTO done. Do get some more grind on there. Get you some tokens. You got 119 tokens as well, so that's quite a lot going into the next season. We should get some new. There should be some new token reward cards on the market, which would be good. But yeah, overall an 8 out of 10 for Spooner. Alright, we're going to have to go a bit faster here. I didn't realize how long I'm actually taking on going on all these cards, all these lineups, I should say. Now, this is Liverbleed. He has Kyrie, Dwayne Wade, Scottie Pippen, Dennis, and Nikola Jokic. Off the bench, he has Dame, Anthony Simons, Bradley Beal, Draymond Green, and Jermaine O'Neal. Now, really nice lineup. I really like it. I don't think I've actually played in all my games against someone with Dwayne Wade. I don't think I have. He's like, I don't know if he's that rare or people like sell him off because he's not good or something. Dwayne's always got a really nice jump shot in 2K. I've always liked it a lot, especially on quick. So I'm a big fan of him. Kyrie, obviously in the right hands, very, very nice, especially with the shifty dribble moves. He's very good. Nikola Jokic. Is very, very circumstantial. I think if you are able to pick and pop with him really well, like this starting lineup is a defensive but also a shooting masterclass. Like just look at this team, right? Dennis Rodman that can shoot, Jokic that can shoot and defend inside very, very well. I think people underestimate how good that Jokic card is at defending inside. Big fan of that. Scottie Pippen is always going to be that lockdown. He's always going to be very, very nice. Now the bench is where I think we start to have like a little bit of issues. This is a no money spent team, 25k in the kitty. Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons. Those are two great budget cards. And the Bradley Beal at the 3, like I think the bench is kind of where it goes downhill a little bit, not in a bad way. Obviously, there's different levels of grinding and whatnot. Personally, actually, I was read that Aussie Ballin did say it as well. I would say potentially sell either Wade or Jokic. Just because if you sell off Wade, I think he's going for still over 100k at the moment. I'm not too sure on that, but you can definitely pick up a few key amethyst or maybe another diamond to come off your bench, because Bradley Beal is fantastic, but his defense is horrible. His defense is absolutely horrible. Anthony Simons is okay, and Lillard is still a very, very good point guard. But I think there's a bit of upgrading to do. Jermaine is okay. I haven't used Jermaine myself. I've played against him though. And Draymond is all right. I just think the bench needs a bit of work. That's probably your main thing to focus on at the moment. No money spent, 25k. Just grinding those offline modes if you're into that, or online, depending on what you like to do. Maybe running a bit of TTO with Dwayne Wade, Jokic and Kyrie, doing something like that. Even using Rodman, because people won't expect Rodman to shoot necessarily. By like automatic, they won't expect him to shoot. So overall, I do like this team, but the bench kind of brings it down a little bit, so I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. Alrighty, here we have Murray DG. Now he has that Vince Carter, by the way, looking very nice there. If you didn't know, he won that from my giveaway. Now he does have De'Aaron Fox, Kobe, Vince, Blake, and Rudy. A very nice starting lineup. Once again, the Rudy conversation comes into it. It's like Mitchell Robinson, it's like Wilt. If you can use him inside on the pick and roll, it's very nice. That Kobe, we all know how good that Kobe is. He's fantastic. I hyped up that Blake before. He's fantastic. Now the bench is where things get interesting. Devontae Graham is probably an interesting choice as a backup point guard. The point guard situation is probably the only... I know that Murray only recently started my team as well. Like he's literally like that Vince Carter he got for free, obviously. And a lot of these cards are just kind of like the initial ones after grinding level 40 in Park. So I can't expect too much from this straight away. Devontae Graham, like as a starting team, very nice. Landry Fields, I've used this card. He's either a hit or a miss. Honestly, he's either a hit or a miss for you. For me, he did quite well in some games. I had to do his challenges offline, but he was quite nice. Now, Jeff Green as well. I haven't used Jeff Green. I do have him, but I've just completely pushed him aside, so I don't have an opinion on him. Scotty is very nice, though. Now, I was going to say I'd consider moving him to the starting lineup, but there's no way that you can replace him without getting rid of Kobe or Vince. So I'd keep him where he is. And DeMarcus Cousins is okay as a backup center. Overall, I'll give this like a 7.5 out of 10. I know Murray's just starting off, so there's a lot more work to do, a lot more stuff to do. But overall, really liking the direction this team's going. That Vince and that Kobe is going to be a very, very nice kind of a boost to your team overall. Maybe run some triple threat, get some tokens. Pardon me. Maybe get Kyrie Irving, get Surge to replace those. Maybe to replace De'Aaron Fox and DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, sorry, to replace Devontae Graham and DeMarcus Cousins. Just things like that. Just getting those tokens up, getting the MT up, and yeah, you should easily be able to improve this team. Lastly, but definitely not least, we have Cameron coming through with his team. Now he has Devontae Graham, Anthony Simons, Peja Stojakovic, Chris Boucher, Rudy Gobert, JoJo White, Donovan Mitchell, Evan Fournier, Brian Winters, Derrick Jones Jr., he's got James Worthy, Al Horford, and Pascal Siakam. Now this isn't like a 10-man lineup. It's not like set out like a 10-man lineup. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of ways to go with this team. I would say right now for season 1, check how much Page is going for, because that Page card is really, really bad in my opinion. He's really, really bad, and a lot of people towards this point in the season are going to be wanting to do XP, and they're going to want Pager. So I'd recommend getting rid of Pager, selling him off, and getting your MT back on that. And then look at going online or going on TTO, getting some tokens, because the token market will be your best friend here. I can see that you've got Devontae Graham already from the token market, which is good, but I'd aim for that Kyrie Irving. You can even run Boucher at your center position if you need to. I think Pascal off the bench is okay. If you want to sell Rudy as well, there's the potential to sell Rudy. So sell Rudy, sell Pager, move Boucher to your center, maybe bring Worthy on. And I would honestly start Brian Winters over Anthony Simons, just because Brian Winters is so very, very nice. Like he was on my main squad for a long time, on my main, no main expense squad, I should say, the one that I've grinded. And he's very, very nice. So I'd move Derrick Jones Jr. to the 3, get rid of Peja, get rid of Rudy, Boucher or Siakam, even move Siakam out of the lineup and put him at the thing. I don't like Al Horford at all. He's not my cup of tea at all. He might be for you, and if that's fine, put him to the center position. But if not, move Pascal up to the center position, or Boucher, whichever one you want to work with. Sell off Rudy, sell off Peja, get the MT back on them, maybe invest in a card, or go online with the cards that you're best with and get some tokens that way. Oh, I forgot to give that card, this lineup a rating. I'll give him... I don't want to be rude. I hate giving like ratings, but I'm going to say a 6. I'm going to say a 6 out of 10. There's a lot of improvement here. There's a lot of things you can work on. I can see in the top right, it's only 22,000 XP, so there's a lot more to go. But yeah, you can definitely grind this camera, and there's a lot to work with here. And yeah, look at your token markets. Look at you getting your tokens up, and potentially going for a Kyrie Irving, and even playing offline. You can get your Ron Boone, you can get Gus Gerard just by playing those offline, like those triple threat modes. Play some of that and get this lineup. You can easily get this lineup better. Big thank you to you guys if you watched it all the way through that video. I hope I wasn't too critical for people. I don't like being rude and saying your team's horrible or anything, and I'm definitely not the best person in the world to be asking for it, but people do like some feedback on their team occasionally, and I hope that I brought that for some of you guys today. Yes, I do appreciate you all watching this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Follow me on Twitter if you'd like to see the next time I put out one of these tweets, and yeah, if you put your team on this tweet, I do appreciate it, and maybe next time chuck down your new team and see, we can check on what's improved, see what you've done. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.